let's see the other books. I really highly recommend. There's a couple good books behind me here for those who are. I mean, for anybody who not how, and maybe this will
Yes,
launch into.
amazing
Yeah,
book. Yes,
yeah,
I've
that's
read
such a
that
great
one. Yeah.
book. Who not how.
Yes.
And then I just like reading our biographies of people who've
Mm-hmm.
done great stuff. Guys that of people who've
Mm-hmm.
done great stuff. Guys that have just built massive things. The
Mm-hmm.
whatever it takes. Steven Schwarzman, the CEO of Blackstone. I'm reading that again.
Mm-hmm.
10X by Grant Cardone is a great book
Mm-hmm.
that
Amazing book.
I
Yes,
read
yes.
pretty often. So those are some of the books that kind of stretched me to think
Beautiful.
differently.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a company called My Outdesk.
Oh,
My Outdesk, that's where I hired my full-time virtual assistant, and they are Filipino based. So they have a human resource department in the Philippines, and they will go out and vet and they do training for their assistants, and then essentially they serve as your HR department, and they will essentially kind of interview people before, or collect 3 or 4 people that meet your criteria, set up interviews for you, and then you can determine who you want to hire from that group of people.
And you just pay them a fee?
Yeah, so exactly. Yeah, you pay them a monthly fee. I think it's, depending on how long you commit the contract to, anywhere between $15 to $2,000 a month. And so it's fantastic. And, and the nice thing is if the assistant didn't work out, they'll just go find you somebody else. Right. Now, my assistant's fantastic, and I hope she works for me for a very long time. But that's really good, because then you don't have to go through the whole thing of like hiring or onboarding or whatever, like going to find people. You have companies that already do that for you. So I highly recommend My Outdesk. I hire a lot of graphic design work and stuff like that from Upwork.com. That's a great place to find virtual assistants, especially for like creative projects that you maybe don't need, investor packets, slideshows, just go find the top rated people and hire them. I mean, in that way it's pretty easy because people, you can see what kind of work they've done. So in that regard, but a personal executive assistant, for example, that's someone you're probably not going to find on a website like Upwork. You need to kind of go through a company, and I highly recommend My Outdesk, especially for real estate. So yeah.
So what kind of things, if I may ask? I know I've had my personal here, and in Philippines, in India, in Pakistan, all the places like that. How about your websites and social? Is this like a social manager also in your business?
Yes, that's a good question. So I actually so here's kind of what my team looks like. I have a full-time video and graphic designer. He's full-time. So he does all of our video editing, all of my reels on Instagram, all of our graphics. He works, I don't know how, he works at least 40 hours a week. And then I have another virtual assistant who's just my podcast producer. So he's in charge of scheduling people on my show, reaching out to guests. He does all of my podcast editing. His whole responsibility is like, man, grow my show. I want to make sure there's always, I'm never searching for guests, because that was where I started getting bogged down, is like I never had enough guests for my show because I'm not spending enough time Googling, searching great people to come on my podcast show. So like he now is full-time producer of the podcast show. And then I have my executive assistant. And then I also have a full-time content manager. And she's actually in the States. She lives in Florida. And the reason I decided to hire someone in the States is because I think in today's world, online branding and personal branding is extremely important. Yeah. And I see so many people trying to get in this industry and know that they need to be online. And what they'll do is they'll hire like a third party person to write their copy and create these graphics and hope that they're going to like somehow attract this huge audience from that. And it just never works, because it's so difficult to capture your voice, like someone else to capture your voice, someone else to capture who you are. And so this person works very closely with me. Before I hired her as a full-time content manager, she was a writer for me, and she listened to my podcast show. She probably has listened to 100 hours, if not more, of my stuff, my voice. So she writes like me. She talks like me. And so she's really able to kind of capture that online whenever she writes content on my behalf or post images or post videos. And she also is kind of going out and finding different people for me to collaborate with. And
Hi, you are listening to Syndication Made Easy podcast. We will be right back after this short break.
Hi, thank you so much. This is Vinney Chopra, and thank you for subscribing to my podcast and YouTube channel and Facebook pages and all the great things, and LinkedIn. Connect with me. I come live to you every Friday at 9:30 Pacific with Vinney and Bo show. Please also look at that. And also the podcast, which is my apartment syndication made easy. The book I wrote a couple of years back became international top seller on Amazon International now. And then we like to bring great guests for you every week or twice a week sometime to give you a lot of great knowledge. So please subscribe. You give us 5-star reviews on the iTunes. The better the guests we can bring, and our ranking will go higher also. Thanks again for following us and really getting the most out of it. Please comment, like, share, because we would love to bring better and better material for you.
And so so that's what my team looks like. And then of course I have my business partners for the real estate side of things, but in terms of like a content, media production, executive assistant. So she'll help with during capital raises. She's going in whenever money's coming in. She's making sure people are signing their PPM. She's making sure wires are coming in, right? She's kind of has that whole process dialed in. So that's really what our team looks like.
All right, brother. I want to really show everybody. Brother Ellis has also written this great book, The Mission of the Multifamily. So take us to, towards the end here. I know you're very mission-driven, Christian-driven, and you can raise money, you can do business along with helping humanity. That's something I really, really like and admire about you. Yeah.
So I'll tell you a story. I was 4 years into our college ministry. I typically share this at the beginning of the show, so I'll share this at the end to kind of sum up. I was 4 years in. I was a college pastor. Our team was we had begun to really kind of build a team around our ministry. And one of the young men that had joined our team, just and give your audience some context, we were raising funds. We had to raise funds in order to support our nonprofit, in order to support us as workers of the nonprofit. And I remember about 4 years in, I really never thought, Vinney, I would do anything else. In fact, I really didn't care about money. Like, I didn't want money. We have time to get into it, but just everyone has a bad past with money. I had a really bad past with money. Like it really had negative impacts in my life. And so I remember though, this kid came to me one day. He's not a kid. He's a man now. He was a man then, but he was someone that I felt that I should be responsible for, because he took our vision of what we were trying to accomplish, came on our team, was trying to raise money. And he came to me one day and he said, Ellis, I don't have enough money this month to buy groceries.
Wow.
He did not have enough money to put food on his table. And that's when it really hit me that here was a guy who loved the Lord, who was trying to live his life for a big purpose. He wanted to help people.
Yeah.
And the thing that he needed in that moment, you know what it was, Vinney? Money. There was he didn't need more spirituality. He didn't need more vision. He needed money. And that's where I realized, I think I got this whole money thing wrong. Right? That if I don't learn how to produce, create, multiply money, I'm living at half capacity.
Mm-hmm.
And so, that's where things turn for me. And I think there's, we can get, I don't know if we have time to get into the Bible, but, the Bible talks about it's the love of money is the root of all evil. It's not money. It's, does it become something that controls us, that masters us?
Yes.
And here's the difference. Because I do hear in the thing of me growing up and even in today, like I hear a lot of pastors, the only sermons about money are pretty negative, meaning they're more fear-based. And I think the difference is, Vinney, that I've learned as an entrepreneur, because what the Bible is saying is do not let money become your master.
Mm-hmm.
Well, money is most people's master. It is the master of the middle class, by the way. Money is the master of the middle class.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because most of those folks do not have financial education. That is the key. Because when you know how to create value, when you know how to make offers, right?
Yeah.
When you know how to protect and multiply wealth through real estate.
Yes.
You never worry about money again. Money cannot have mastery over you when you have the financial education to produce. Because here's the thing, Vinney, I know very, very wealthy people who have a lot of money and a lot of things, and they don't think about money anymore. It's so interesting that we would say money is controlling the wealthy when most of the people who aren't wealthy, they think about money way more than the wealthy do. And I think that's, so it's, I think that's the point is like, financial education is the key. So I'm so grateful for this show that helped me kind of get on my path and other shows like this, books. But ultimately that's why we love real estate, right? Because it gives people a real shot, and especially in today's economy. It's funny, we barely talk about real estate, but this is really serious because with the economy going as it is today, I truly believe this. This is why I'm passionate about buying more real estate deals. I think it's one of the few vehicles today and probably over the next several years that will give people a real shot at actually building wealth, because stock market is not going to do it, right?
It won't do it. And
crypto's not going to do it.
No. And then the money pumped how many trillions of dollars,
right.
Devaluation of the dollar.
Right.
I mean, look at the inflation. You're so right, brother. And real estate is something, again, all aspects of commercial and of course residential also, but it's here to stay. You're right. That's what we talk about.
It will give people a place to have a shot. Now, I think most people have to realize this too. Are we going to have the real estate run that we've had over the last 10 years? No, probably not.
No.
We're not going to enter into a 200 unit deal and sell the next year for double the price. Those days are gone for a long time. However, so we do have to change our expectation. We're probably not going to see 40% IRRs like we've been seeing in many, many deals.
Mm-hmm.
But it still give people we're still seeing deals where we can achieve 15% annual returns.
Yep.
20% annual returns. That means you're doubling your money every 5 years. That gives people the ability to really generate great wealth over their lifetime.
So true. And not only doubling the money, also getting the tax benefits, which come with real estate. They don't come with losing on the stock market only $3,000 or losing money otherwise, but it's the ramification of all.
Yeah.
It's been such a pleasure, Ellis. You have given so many great ideas, brother. I really appreciate you. Admire you, and, keep doing the right work. And you are, in the right place. And, we'll meet again. And hopefully when I come even to San Diego or you come up here in the Bay Area, let's have lunch together.
Please. I mean, I'm looking at your space. I got to come to the Bay just to come to your house. I mean, that looks amazing.
With the grace of God, it's real estate, actually. We live just 2 miles away from here, Country Club. It's the Blackhawk Country Club we live in now. But just 28 years we live outside right there. But my thinking was maybe someday, if God gives us enough, power, we'll come inside. And so it's very nice.
Good for you, man. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Again, guys, thank you so much. And how can people reach you?
Really simple. I mean, I'm all over the internet. I would say if you want to follow and listen to more content, go to my YouTube channel. Just search Ellis Hammond. But then Symphony Capital Group.com, Symphony capitalgroup.com is actually the name of our investment company, and that's where we're acquiring large multifamily deals. And so you can reach out to us there on our contact page or fill out a form. You can learn about the deals that we're doing.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hey guys, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, and share, and give us that 5-star rating on the iTunes, because that really gets us to bring great guests like Alice and a lot of other people. So please go ahead and have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are. And we'll see you in the next show. It's going to be fantastic. It's for us to make a difference. I know we can. I know you can too. Bye-bye.